A lot has happened in the last 24 hours. Last night I streamed and I let you all know that this book was removed from Amazon. And last night, around 6:37-ish, they emailed me and they said that there was an issue with the cover of this book. They said it was an issue with the cover and that I had multiple options. One of my options was to remove the cover. They claimed that the cover was copyrighted. Well, the cover is not copyrighted because it was designed by Arthur Porter. He's credited on the back of the book with being the cover designer, and he edited all of this together, and there were multiple versions of it. So this is not a copyrighted design. This is legit. Regardless, they gave me the option of just deleting it. So I made a new cover that was a completely blank cover. It followed one of their Amazon templates, and I uploaded it. And so then I checked this morning to see if the new cover had been able to go through. And it didn't. And it was if I had never submitted it, which I thought was rather odd. So I submitted it again. And then within an hour, it came back as if I had never submitted it. And so not only did they remove my book, which they did, in addition to that, they will not let me upload it. Once again, the official reason they removed my book was the cover. I removed the cover, gave it a completely bland cover, and they will not let me put it back on there. Now, this book is not new. I published this book in September of 2020. This book has been in print for 4 years. So if at any point there was an issue with the cover, that should have been addressed 4 years ago. Now the book is no longer on Amazon. Now it's on Lulu. So there's a link down below. I got a few things to say about this book. First of all, this book is not a partisan hit piece. I'm above that. Right? And I will tell you more about the contents of the book later. But if you have one of these, by the way, if you have one of these copies, hold on to it because you're holding a collector's item. Because this Amazon edition of the book that's been out for 4 years is no more. So you have a collector's item if you have an original of these. But yeah, this book isn't just a partisan hit piece about Kamala Harris. It's pretty negative on Kamala Harris, but the focus isn't really Kamala Harris. I mean, the focus, I use Kamala Harris to make 3 points, 3 political points. So tonight on this stream, I'm going to tell you how I came to write this book, why I wrote it, etc. And we'll just talk about where this book came from, this book that is now the center of attention. I'm getting Trump podcasts are reaching out to me. I'm scheduled to go on a couple shows already, possibly even more shows. This is blowing up. And I'll take it. You know, I'm happy that this is getting attention, and it is ridiculous. It is absolutely ridiculous for Amazon to ban this book. Absolutely ridiculous for Amazon to ban this book because this book I wrote as an American citizen about my concerns about the woman who was the vice presidential candidate of the Democrat Party in 2020. And I knew about her, and I did the research, and everything in this book that is stated as fact is backed up according to sources. I don't have any special information. It's not available in public places. I cite the research of Reason Magazine. I cite Kamala Harris's autobiography. I cite the essay of her father. You know, everything in this book that is stated as fact is verified. And on top of that, right, I expect there will be, you know, I'm going to see how big this blows up, right? The fact that, you know, I'm already going on shows about this, and it's the Lulu edition is selling like crazy. And this all seems to make me believe that this is going to get a lot of attention. And when it does, they're going to bring up the fact that I work at RT, which I do. Very proud of the work that I do at RT. They're going to talk about the fact that I have met Russian President Vladimir Putin, which I have, and I've talked to him. And they're going to bring that up. But I got to tell you, no Russian had anything to do with making this book what it is. I did not get permission from RT to publish this book. They did not go over any of the contents with me. And if I had gone to them, they probably would have tried to stop me from publishing this book. So this book is not a Russian conspiracy against Kamala Harris to affect the elections. I wrote it 4 years ago because we were in the middle of a pandemic, and I had met somebody who knew Kamala Harris's father, and I started doing the research, and I felt I had to write this book. And my heart and soul is in this book. Again, this is not a partisan hit piece.